Hi! So today this is going to be going over the responding to the Don't Trust Charisma on Command video from the Charlie and Ben podcast. Blah, blah, blah. Like I mentioned I was going to in the last video. If you're new, just so you know, I'm going to keep making these videos challenging Charisma on Command to debate me until he actually agrees. He'll never agree. I'm going to skip some parts of this video because Michelle Zulli addressed them in another video of hers. But the purpose of this is just to keep the sea lioning going, the negging, if you will. Alright, let's begin. It is a hate video. No one go watch it. No one go harass this person.
Hey,
I haven't watched it.
I'll try to be cool. It is a video that I would please know.
So right off the bat, they know that's bullshit, right? Hey, you don't believe me? You can look for yourself. Go to the aforementioned video from Michelle Zulli and look at the comments there. You know these are Charisma on Command's fans coming to harass her. You know it. And they know it too. They knew that would happen. That's why they addressed it in their own video, saying not to do it. When you have a platform this large with this many millions of subscribers, yeah, you know it's gonna happen. If you didn't really want it, then you just wouldn't address it. Duh. What even is this game? They want it both ways. Yes, I know all of you are gonna go harass this person because I'm pointing you in their direction in a very negative light, but I'm not gonna say to explicitly harass them, therefore absolving me of that responsibility. Jesus Christ, fucking grow a pair. How can I not do that? Now that I said that, I am therefore absolved of any criticism about this. I'm a goddamn charisma genius. Oh wait, that's right. YouTube now has new rules about harassment that came out after this. So I guess I need to say, guys, don't harass Charisma on Command. Just give him a gentle reminder that I have issued him a formal invitation to a joyous debate where we can exchange wonderful ideas, and it's gonna be completely cordial, and this is entirely professional. That's why I wore a tie. Look at this face. Would this face encourage you to do something like that? No, this is not a face of somebody who wants you to harass someone. Not at all. What are you talking about? Anyway, they're doing this, of course, because they're rightfully concerned. When you go onto YouTube and type in Charisma on Command, this video from Michelle Zulli is one of the first things that comes up now. At 125,000 views right now. That's a lot of people. That's potentially a whole lot more that might see that video first instead of the rest of the Charisma on Command's videos, and they may not get suckered into buying the Charisma University scam that they have for $600. So they feel like they have to address your video because they don't want to lose their income. That's really all this amounts to.
Go watch it. Please no one go harass this person with hate, but it is a video that I think was purposely crafted to be edited and misrepresentative in order to make you look bad.
Yeah. So I haven't seen it.
That was the goal. The goal was not the pursuit of truth. It was to make you look bad.
Well, I think we should substantiate that, and we hope. Well, we'll see if we do.
They don't.
I haven't watched it because I don't want images in my head because it's upsetting.
That's a lie. There's no fucking way someone like this is gonna whine this much over a video he didn't even watch. He's either crazy egotistical, so of course he's gonna watch anything about him. He's searching his name on Reddit, so I'm inclined to believe that. Or, he's either really scared and worried about what other people think about him, and he's gonna watch everything they all say. People running these charismatic life coach scam things, it's one of the two. Sometimes both, but they put on the act of one. You know what I mean. People are not unique. They're not special. Do you think he would devote this much time on a podcast talking about a video that he's never seen? How do you do that? I'm gonna go and devote half an hour of a podcast to something I've not seen, to something I know nothing about. That's not content. Anyway, no, it's manipulative and narcissistic behavior. I am not a psychiatrist and I cannot diagnose anything, but I don't care. You know I'm right. He goes on for quite a bit, several times in this video, about being hurt. He does it a lot in this video, and if I put it in organically, it's gonna completely derail my pacing.
And I presume this is someone that I've not met, made eye contact with, shared a word. That
also
someone
didn't reach out to us, to my knowledge.
Well, of course not.
Well, I mean, you could try to, if you think someone's
evil.
Of course she's not gonna reach out to you before making the video. Why the hell would she do that? you probably wouldn't have even responded because she was below 1K subs before that video even came out. You haven't responded to me either. What's up with that? But hey, I've been doing research on you too, You mentioned in that last video you did about Ben Shapiro's BBC interview, you said that when he was speaking with Andrew Neil, what he could have done was tease Andrew Neil for not knowing how the internet works.
Why are you picking out random YouTube videos put up by people who are not me?
Are you
and then attributing the titles to me?
Ben could have playfully teased Andrew for not really knowing how the internet works.
I guess you can't follow your own advice. Gee, Charisma on Command, I guess you can't follow your own advice. I keep using Charisma on Command and Charlie Hooper as interchangeable, but it's not really just Charlie. It's also this fucking weirdo. But it's not just Charlie. It's also this creep. I guess his name is Ben. Ew. I've never met a Ben that I liked.
So it accuses us of a number of things, which we can sort of go through. But in terms of my emotional reaction, it kept me up at night. It is upsetting, and honestly, I'm fast forwarding to the end here. Ultimately, as weird as it is, and I'm still uncomfortable with, grateful for the opportunity to grow, because what it made me keenly, undeniably aware of is how concerned I am with literally what a stranger who has never met me thinks and says about me to other strangers.
Oh, good. Good. Do you folks smell that? That's blood in the water. Do you smell that? That's blood in the water. Yeah, spill that open wound in the water, because I'm a hell of a lot meaner than Michelle Zulli is.
The first one is that a story that I wrote about my time in Brazil is fabricated.
Yes, and I will tell you why it is fabricated.
Sure.
Because you put a photo up of a woman that you claim you gave roses to.
Alleged woman, okay?
But upon Google searching that face, this person's opinion is that the Brazilian woman did not come up, but a Turkish model came up.
A similar, but not that photo, right? Someone who looks like her.
She didn't find that photo, but she found a face that looks like that face.
Yeah.
And so because of that, this story is a lie that you made up to impress people.
Hey guys, I totally have a girlfriend. She's real. She goes to another school in France. Oh, we totally made out at summer camp. Why are you laughing at me? I'm not a lonely virgin. Stop making fun of me. This is a reminder that this video is my second formal request to Charisma on Command. Specifically Charlie Hooper, but I guess if that Ben guy wants to join, he's welcome to. And this is completely professional and not harassment in any way. Absolutely do not feel obligated to harass people. This is wrong. Do not do this. Do I look like someone who would take inspiration from iDubbbz?
Okay, so the second, I don't know what they all are. We'll go through some of them.
Sure,
What's
there's
another one?
one piece of information.
The other photo, right?
She says that our testimonials are made up.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting claim because the information that's based on is that she Google image searched one of the photographs and nothing comes up, which I think is interesting for a couple reasons, because she probably Google image searched the other people.
Yeah.
I would assume if you wouldn't just pick that one, right? Which means that the person who made this video Google searched 4 photos and 3 of them came up, and the name we put, because we asked their permission, matches the name of their social media. So, okay, that didn't make it into her video because those people are real and that's their name. And then there's one photo that's not on the internet. And so the hypothesis is this testimonial is fake. In fact, I think it says all their testimonials are fake, but I haven't watched it recently. So maybe it just says this one. I think it says all. Because this person can't be found on the internet, which I think is interesting because how did we get the photograph of this 30-something-year-old woman? You would think if it were a fake...
The hypothesis would be that I did some sort of a photo shoot to get a photo that's not available on the internet.
What are you talking about?
Like
I'm just going to cut in here because you get the idea. They go on for quite a bit talking about the testimonials on their website being legit, which is like... okay, I wasn't really that suspicious about it before, but now I am. Humorously, they spend much more time trying to explain these testimonials in their podcast than Michelle Zulli did in her entire video. It was basically just a quick punchy gag, and they're trying to justify them being legit, and it's like, I thought it was just a joke, and I wasn't really all that suspicious of them before, But now I am highly suspicious of them. Why are they putting forth this much effort? Why do they seem this desperate and eager to explain to us that these testimonials are all true? That's setting off some scam alarms in the back of your head, anybody? Like I said before though, this is something that they have to address. Even if it was just a punchy gag from Michelle Zulli's video, it affects their bottom line. It's really kind of a small and dying market now for people who fall for these scams and fall for cults and whatnot. Because, you know, the internet is very brutal with them. So these guys don't want those last few suckers in this dying market to realize quite how literally absurd these testimonials on their website are. Having a critic laughing and poking fun at them apparently really deflates it. I guess it's a deep cut. It's a very common thing people like to do with their product, just completely make up, oh, this guy, this is totally a real guy who grew 6 inches of hair in 3 weeks. And he's a totally satisfied customer. But it's why Amazon started adding this thing now where you can see the reviewers who are confirmed purchasers, you know, and not just some random guy writing a review. Because otherwise there'd be nothing stopping companies from making their own fake reviews. You know, with a product like what they offer at Charisma University, there's no way they can maintain a level of integrity like Amazon does. Woo-hoo, turning out worse than Amazon. Now there's a comparison.
The Instagram one was pretty interesting. So
Instagram one is, let's just briefly, it's a photo of me smiling. I'm like this. It says, "Don't ask for permission." And in our Norwegian editor, by the way, makes these. He doesn't speak
He's
native
not from our culture.
English.
It's not native English. And so he says, "Don't wait for permission." And the caption says, "Don't wait for permission to live the life of your dreams."
Yeah.
And then it says something else about, you know, go do it today. Tag a friend who needs this advice. But when the photo gets put into her video, the caption is purposely left out. And then it's construed as if, for some reason, Charlie went onto his Instagram and then posted a pro-sexual assault post, not on his personal Instagram, but on our business Instagram, because that would be a good business move.
No, dude, that's your brand. You are responsible for it. Norwegian editor or not, he's your employee still. If he did something you don't like, you kind of need to be aware of it. Honestly, when I first saw it, I thought it was one of those trying to be edgy clickbait things. I can respect that. It's kind of hard on the internet. The clickbait stuff gets more clicks. It's how it works. But this is some baby stuff. Just own it, my dude. What is this? Blaming it on a Norwegian editor after saying that this girl was totally real and legit. Are you just making up everything in this video? Okay, I want to make stuff up too, guys. You know what? Actually, I don't have anything to make up because reality is disappointing. Does anyone just really hate this Ben guy? Maybe you should do a video about why he's such a charisma vacuum. I like to remind you, this is not harassment. This is an in-depth analysis of this guy's charisma. Step 1, look at him. Step 2, he is not me.
So there's another one. It's a video of me talking to a woman. Now, this video that it is on the internet, it shows me approaching a woman saying, "You're absolutely stunning." And in that moment, she's walking past me and she's not facing me. Now, what happens in the next second, which is in the video, is she turns around and laughs, and we talk, and she laughs again, and it goes well. And that's why I put the video on the internet. You know, it makes me look like a comfortable, easy person to talk to and showing that you can have a positive interaction in the street. This is the one that makes me go, this person hates me, just hates me. It's cut. And then she says, I believe you got to correct me.
It's cut at the moment where she's walking and you're talking to her. And then it doesn't show the part where she turns around and it goes well and everyone's laughing and having fun. And the idea is that you're making the person uncomfortable. That's what's implied.
And then similarly at the end of it, it's a podcast. And again, all this is, if anybody sees any of the original material and doesn't like me, I would argue that that's absolutely you're right. But nobody had any issue with any of the original stuff. It's only when it's clipped and edited in a certain way that it is so upsetting.
Yeah. This man is deluded. Well, no, your audience liked it, so your audience didn't have an issue with it. When Logan Paul did his Suicide Forest thing, his audience didn't mind. It wasn't until, you know, all the normies figured out what was going on. They're like, hey, this is kind of messed up. It's the same thing. I'm comparing you to Logan Paul. That'll be relevant in a moment. Or it's possible you didn't notice the parts of your audience that had an issue with it because you have poor control over your brand. But your channel has reached the point now where your videos start popping up in everyone else's recommended feed, all thanks to the all-great algorithm. Because of this, well-adjusted people are actually starting to take notice about your content. You know, I'm slightly irritated when people claim that things are cherry-picked or edited out of context, but when you pull up the full original video, it doesn't make them look any better. Like Jordan Peterson in the Vice interview. Like, your haters aren't just going to upload the video in its entirety unedited. And that seems to be what people making this argument want. It's like, this is entertainment. We want to keep things flowing and engaging. And you know, we want to actually stick to fair use and not just stick in a whole bunch of movie clips to make your video look like it's much more high quality than it really is. My point being, when you claim that something is out of context and you are wrong, it makes you look weak and foolish. So foolish. I hope you debate me. Sad. Yeah, and in that video where you were weirdly talking to that girl, you came off as creepy. I get it. Your head is so far up your own end that you don't realize it because you can't take your head out and look at yourself and say, I might be a little weird here. She is clearly dressed up and going somewhere that doesn't involve you. Her body language is so not into this. These are forced, awkward laughs. She's keeping a healthy distance from you and stepping backwards. That's a sign, my dude. I mean this in a genuine way. You're not even dressed nice. I'm sorry, but a V-neck and gym shorts, really? Look, guys, this is me trying to help you, okay? This is from the heart, from my heart. If you're gonna harass women on the street, at least wear a collared shirt. You shouldn't harass women on the street. In my experience, the only way to get a cat to come to you is to offer it food, right? So if you're gonna catcall a woman, you need to be dangling cat food in front of her face. I think that works.
No. Final one, I'll just quickly touch on it, is it's a story that I'm telling on a podcast about a girl at a club, and it's in a New York club, and I listened to it, and out of context, it sounds like I'm being rude to her. I'm saying, like, you're so boring, you don't even want to dance, yada, yada, yada. That's the clip. And then she goes, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in any of this, says that, because this is what you're telling me and I'm telling you back.
Yeah, this is paraphrased.
I want to get the facts as close to straight as I can. That she obviously hates, like, oh no, the reason she doesn't want to dance is because you're rude and you're a predator and all these kinds of things. Now, two things. One, the context, it's New York and it's a nightclub in New York. Like, it's ruder. That is the truth. And I listened to it having lived in Santa Monica, and I was like, oh yeah. That was the way.
Sense of humor. I learned this the hard way.
Yeah.
You can be really sarcastic in New York. You don't want to take that to California or Brazil.
Sure, but the other thing is a presumption that this woman was upset. Now, here's the thing: the end of the story, which is there, and I don't know if she clicked off the podcast or heard it, but is that she kisses me.
What? This is so strangely defensive.
That at the end of the night, we're talking and we come to it, we start to like one another, and she kisses me. So this presumption, this victim feeling on her behalf is, I think by the end of the story, shown not to be the case. Victim feeling? Coming from the guy whining about people being mean to him on the internet? Now, the point of bringing it up is that your actions in the first part of this story were just you being an asshole to a complete stranger. And you were packaging it as charisma advice to your audience. Oh, I'm sorry, not audience. These are people paying you $600 for it. And then I read this book on how people come to decisions. And the only thing that I can, as I go through this, and I actually listened because I was like, am I horrible? And I need to check on this, because that was like, I need to see it. And I listened. And what I concluded in a lot of these is that this person decided that they hated me and then found evidence, which I think to them makes sense.
What an incredible stretch. He should have joined the NBA. This is a post hoc rationalization. Am I out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong. Like, of course you're gonna assume you're in the right. You have millions of subscribers. You gotta have some self-confidence in yourself. Now you're doing these mental gymnastics to prove that you're the one in the right. The brain truly is a powerful thing. Wait a minute, I thought you didn't watch the video. How did you do this? Wow, your brain must be more flexible than I thought to do those gymnastics. You're gonna stomp me in a debate.
I hope that she sees this and maybe considers it and maybe we talk or whatever it is.
Yeah,
but,
I'm doubtful, but that's okay.
No, but I would love that. Honestly would love to talk to this person.
Debate me. My DMs are open.
It would appear that this person decided they didn't like you and then decided to make a video.
Well, not decided.
That would make other people
Something
not like
happened that
Yes,
they didn't
yes,
like me.
yes.
Something
Sorry.
happened.
They go on and postulate a bit about this, but no, there doesn't really need to be an inciting incident for something like this to happen. Sometimes it's just a slow buildup. Like, I'm sick of seeing your recommended videos in my feed kind of thing. Eventually, someone's gonna snap and lash back.
And then the second thing is, what metric are you going to use? If you take the metric of hate videos, I mean, if Martin Luther King Jr., and I'm not saying I'm not even close.
But you are. Oh my God. Why would you even put his name in your mouth?
If he were alive today, he'd have so much vitriol about him on YouTube.
You're doing it again, Charlie. You're not MLK. Like I said, you're much more closer to Logan Paul. Boom. Close that loop.
And
I really genuinely, I would love to talk to her because when I look at our YouTube channel, it's just helping people to be more confident and to have better social skills.
Sure.
What? It's a YouTube channel. It's entertainment. You're not fucking helping anybody. No, that's not all they're doing. They're also charging you $600 for a course that they say is going to help you solve a lot of social problems in your life. But yeah, it's just them helping, right?
It's not particularly political. It's not about
to some people, I think it is.
You think if the politics thing was the case, then the video would have mentioned it. Well, it doesn't. Not even in the second one. Michelle Zulli's videos does not talk about politics at all. Not once. Mine do, though, and I know you're referring to me.
And the other thing is, I was looking, because I don't ever do this if you have any modicum of internet fame. I was like, why do people hate Charisma on Command? So I started looking up negative things about us off our channel. And there's subsets of Reddit that are convinced that they know my political affiliations and that our channel is and by subsets, I mean a couple dozen people. Sure. That are political, that we are a gateway channel to radical, alt-right views, and because we normalize Jordan Peterson. And that's my other hypothesis. I really do not think it's...
You think it's because you covered Jordan Peterson and Trump?
It could
and
be.
But
no. Then instead, y'all go on and tell Michelle Zulli to come on. Gee, I just don't know, my guy. You know, I'm starting to feel like a third wheel here. Like, what are you doing to me, Charlie? Seriously. You know, Charlie, what is this? I thought we had something. I really did. But just lately, it's like I'm being ignored, you know? I just don't think we can go on like this. I don't need no chaser. Daddy Attack didn't come for no Coke. And you just know that if Michelle Zulli went on their podcast, he's gonna try to perform that charming fuckboy thing. You just know it. You can see it in his face. Yeah, that Ben guy probably would too. Oh, it's a girl. Let's mention the politics and invite her on, but not invite the guy who actually talks about the politics. Yeah, no, I'm not a jealous, scorned, bitter lover. Yeah, no, I'm not jealous. I'm not a scorned, bitter lover. Fucking call me, Charlie.
If you're watching this, Michelle, reach out. There's an email on our Charisma on Command YouTube channel.
Our first podcast guest.
I would love to talk to you, truly, just to try to understand. You know, I feel like we're trying to do good in the world.
Get the fuck out of here. What a horrible sack of shit. Videos like this are made possible by patrons. You can see their names scrolling past now. I'd also like to thank Jerry Pualamo and Susie M. Y'all rock. For everyone else, if you don't want to back me on Patreon, that's cool. But still, the likes, the comments, the shares, and the subscribes are all very nice. I'd like to remind you all to politely remind and suggest to Charlie to debate me. We are not harassing. No. And if you're not him, and I've upset you in some way, I really don't care. Go ahead and write those angry comments. But you know what? Here's a better idea. Feel free. Come on during a weekend stream and debate me. Yeah, it's open to anyone who wants to come on. For now, anyway. This may not last, this may not age well, but it's there at the moment. Feel free. All right, thank you, bye.